Every year, members of the All-Nigerian Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools, Ancopss, Lagos State Chapter, gather under one roof to celebrate their Congress. At this program, members exchange views, make recommendations on matters arising in the education sector, and also elect new members of the Governing Council. This year's Congress was the 32nd in its series, and present at the event were stakeholders from the state's education sector.
We provide opportunities for members at the state/national to exchange ideas, share experiences in an attempt to enhance their performance. We make available to government and general public an informed and independent body of opinions, knowledge and information on current issues bordering on the development of education.
The Congress created a platform for members to set agenda to improve education in Lagos State.
The strategic position of principals, not only in the education sector, but in the public service generally, make it imperative that training and retraining are the necessary tonic desired to attain professionalism in your career. It is hoped that whatever we learn here today will cascade down to help reduce, if not eliminate totally, the problem of drug abuse generally and particularly amongst our youth.
When people have access to drugs, it emboldens them to get involved in crimes. Teenagers are more commonly involved in conflict, violence and narcotic substances taking which draw the attention of police within the state. We should always surprise our children once in a while and search their rooms to know if they are involved in drug peddling. Available police statistics show that 90% of 200 suspects cultists arrested in Lagos State last year, 2017, were youth.
Our youth, they are turning into something else. They need somebody to bring them back from that stupid path into the proper path, because I don't know what is wrong with them. Taking tramadol, taking all sorts of hard drugs, which when we were growing, we don't even know the meaning of it. But now it has become the order of the day. And I think it's the society. So it's a good thing that we are bringing the awareness to them, and may God help us.
For the first time, we have students from secondary school in Lagos State in attendance with principals, and that is to show that our principals are concerned about our students, about our children. There's need to also train teachers on how to identify some of the students that are on drugs. You know, they have these behaviors that they have taught us here today, and we have to look out for these behaviors so that we can nip it in the bud, so that the future of these children is not destroyed.
Each zone is represented here to come and listen. They will go back to their schools, to their different zones, and cascade and let them know we are saying no to drugs, and then they will mentor the other students, their colleagues, their peers, so that they will know the side effects of drug taking. And as they come today, we want them to ask questions, give us insight of how it is being practiced. They know what is happening among themselves that we might not know. So they will talk to us, and then we will understand better how to go back to schools and tackle the issue of drug abuse.
The issue of substance abuse concerns everyone. Parents, government, communities, and so on. So parents particularly, what they should do is to see substance abuse as a collective problem that should be addressed collectively. How do I mean? It is not an issue that parents will say they can handle alone.
The effects of drug abuse on the youth, I would say, is based mainly on peer pressure and the need and inferiority complex, because some people feel that they need to impress their friends, so they have to behave the way their friends behave. So basically, I would advise those category of people to just be themselves and be contented with whom they are.
Number one effect of drug abuse is generally it can lead to death. It can lead to damage of the liver, it can lead to damage of the kidney, which can finally result to death. Fellow students at home,
I would like to advise you to avoid drug abuse because of the side effect attached to it, such as death.
High point of the day was the election of new members into the Executive Council. In the same vein, the newly elected members were sworn in.
As the Nigerian Ancopss do solemnly declare that I will serve Lagos State Ancopss with all sincerity and love to my fullest capacity.
The new Executive Council were charged to be committed to their duties.
This past thing is commendable because we experience new things and it translates to better performance. So I wish them the very best, the team that is outgoing and the incoming executive members, especially our dear sister Alaja Morenikeji, who is the new president of Ancopss Diversity Chapter.
Speaking to Education Report on TV, the newly elected president, Mrs. Morenikeji Folashade, shared her plans for the organization.
There are things the new principal brings in, new rules, new methods of governance. So if I see anything that will at least enhance the progress of our group or the association, I'll definitely invite.
The All Nigeria Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools, Ancopss, was established in 1957, and since then, the organization has been held in high esteem for its quality ideas, policy formulations, which have complemented the government's effort at enhancing functional education.